if let map items is equal to response dot map items, so what that does, it just checks if the search results are available, and then if it is available, we type in the following: search results dot append content of map items dot compact map. Map item in. That's another closure we need to use. So what that line does is that it filters and appends the search results based on the query. So now what we need to do is, if let title is equal to map item equal to map item dot name, return search results which will include the unique ID, which is UUID, UUID string, the place mark, which is the map item dot place mark, the title, which is the title, and the full address, which is the map item place mark dot formatted address question mark. So if it doesn't exist, if the formatted address doesn't exist, just return question mark instead of crashing, that is. And next thing we need to do is yeah, we need to have a return statement that returns nil. And then I just compile it to make sure that it's correct. And then the next thing we need to do is to create a debounce function. And the purpose of the debounce function is to remove any of the previous data. For example, to remove any of the previous actions that we've done within the application, like the search results. So what we'll do now is create the function debounce search timer Do we have a search timer? Did we define it at the beginning? Search. I spelled it incorrectly. That should be search timer. Search timer question mark invalidate. What that will do, it cancels the previous search timer if it exists. Just gonna compile it again. I can't find the variable search timer at state. This is it. I'll just copy it. I'll try it now. Yeah, that's correct. The search was spelled incorrectly, so it should be yeah, that's right. Search timer. And then we start a new timer with a delay of 0.5 seconds. So just type in search timer equals timer dot schedule timer with interval which is 0.5, repeats which is false. Again, these ones we don't need, so we can delete that. So what should be there is time interval, which is 0.5. Or that should be with time interval, which is 0.5. And repeats is false. And then it's another closure. And then perform search. Let's compile it again. Yeah, now we go back to the UI that we started initially, the map view line that had the comment on line 24. And now we can just complete the UI and then we can test the application afterwards. User location, $, user location, selected place mark, search results, $, search results. See, as I said before, the bindable or the binding variables like user location, selected place mark, and search results all relates to these variables, which is user locations, selected place mark, and search results. These are the parameters that we're passing to the map view, which is this is the map view. So that's how we pass data around in SwiftUI, by using @state and @binding. Or that's one of the ways. There's a few other ways as well. And then we just enter .frame. height is 300. And then next thing we need to do is for the VStack, enter VStack spacing 10, create a text field, search for an address, text, $search query, that's a bindable text, dot padding equals 10, dot background rounded rectangle, corner radius 10, dot fill color gray, opacity 0.2, dot foreground color dot primary dot font headline, and then we create the onChange event, search query, and then it should be like that, and then it's another closure, new value in is text field empty, new value is empty, search results. So what this does, when the user is typing, when they click on backspace, that's an onChange event. So each time when they click on backspace to perform the onChange event, the text fields will be updated to be empty, and the search results array will be removed, so the array will be empty. And the purpose of that is so that the user can perform a new query, as in search for a new address within the text field. Next thing we need to do to enable all of that is to place a button onto the view. Action, button is search results, not the button, I mean the variable is search results dot removal, search query equals comma comma, and selected place mark is equal to nil. And then what we will do, we add an image to the button, a system image, system name, xmark circle dot fill. Circle spelled incorrectly. Circle. Yeah, that's correct now. And then next thing we need to do is add a foreground color dot gray and add a padding which is dot yeah, what should I do for the padding? So for the padding, yeah, dot trailing and 8. And then the next thing we need to do is to display the list of results. I just run it just to show you what it looks like at the moment. But remember, the full source code is available on iOS Insights. You just download it from the website, iosinsights.co.uk. So what is it doing? Is it loading? Is it loading now? Yeah, as you can see, it's loaded the map and the search for an address field. So we just need to do the rest. To display the search results, we'll be displaying that within a list. A list is like a table or a grid. So just type in list, search, results, result in, well, that should be result in, button, action, and then type in selected, place mark is equal to result dot place mark, user location is equal to result dot place mark dot coordinates. And then for the actual text or the caption of the text, just type in result dot full address dot font dot body. And then what we need to do next is we need to show or add the get address button. If not, is text field empty? If the text field isn't empty, then show the get address button. Then button action debounce search UI application dot shared dot send action selector UI responder dot resign first responder. And the purpose of resign first responder is to hide the keyboard when you no longer need to use it. Nil from is nil, for is nil. Next thing we do is add the actual caption to the button, which is get address. So that should be text get address dot padding dot background dot blue dot foreground color dot white dot corner radius is 10. And then on line 82 on line 80 we just add a navigation bar title dot navigation bar title, and then just call it address finder display mode. Display mode is inline. Let's see if that works now. So this should be in the text field. So let's type it in anyway, see if we can search for an address. So if I type in Westfields, and type it and press the button get address, let's see what happens. So it gets all the addresses, as you can see. And then if I select the address, Westfields, you can see it displays the place mark on the map. So let's see if we can fix that issue with the caret not being in the text field. Oh, it seems like we missed out a H stack. So on line 27, after line 27, on line 28, there should be a H stack. And then we need to place a closing bracket on this line here. And then the next thing we need to do is the navigation bar title. We need to move that and place that on line 84. And now that should all be correct. So now the text field and the caret should be placed correctly. Yeah, that's correct. So I'll type in Westfields again. Click on get addresses or get address. As you can see, it selects the address. And now we can delete the actual value in the text field by clicking on the caret, which is this thing. This is the caret. And as you can see, the text field information has been removed and the list data has been deleted as well, so that we can start a new search. And that's the end of the calls for core location of this part and address finder. There'll be other courses similar and more advanced in the future. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or feedback, please let me know. You can submit it on iOS Insights website or on iOS Insights YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. If you found this tutorial helpful, please comment, like and subscribe. See you next week.